Okay, so funny story. I've been on an asparagus kick lately, but prior, I haven't eaten it in forever, and I forgot that it made your pee smell. And I mean, it makes it smell. Literally, like after 5 minutes of eating it and you go to the restroom, you notice a difference, right? So when I went to pee, not only did it smell, but it was a bright neon yellow, which is of course totally normal due to its diuretic effects. And I legit freaked out though. Like I thought I was detoxing from something nasty or whatever. And then 10 seconds later, after I peed, I was like, oh yeah, I just ate asparagus. So keep that in mind next time you eat asparagus, and you will be eating it after listening to this episode, I guarantee. Because in today's Bite of Knowledge, I'm talking all about the health benefits of asparagus, from gut health to UTI infections to fertility, and it's even an antidepressant aid. You're listening to the Digest This podcast, and I'm your host, Bethany Cameron. Let's dive in. Let me talk about gut health for a second, particularly the gut mucosal barrier. And every year, more and more people are developing gut issues. So why is our gut being so compromised so much? Why is what was designed to protect us from viruses being hit so hard these days and ultimately being suppressed, resulting in poor gut health? Well, our modern living impairs immunity at the mucosa. Each day, our bodies are bombarded by a host of disruptive things that weaken this line of defense. Air pollutants, pesticides in the food and water supply, medications, stress hormones, refined carbohydrates, processed food, and micronutrient deficiencies, among many other factors, disrupt the architecture and make the gut barrier more penetrable. This makes it easy for harmful particles to get inside, including viruses, bacteria, molds, allergens, and environmental toxins. But there's good news, you guys. Colostrum has been clinically shown to help guard against inflammation and everyday toxins and pollutants. There are over 5,000 published studies to date documenting the benefits of colostrum and its ability to optimize health at all stages of life. Colostrum intake has been linked to fewer respiratory tract and GI infections in children and adults, including recent studies showing it's 3 times more effective than the flu vaccine at preventing the flu. That's right. You heard me. Colostrum has been clinically shown to be 3 times more effective than the flu vaccine without any risk or harmful side effects. If you've been following me on Instagram, then you probably have seen me talk about Armra colostrum specifically. Armra colostrum is different. They use a proprietary cold chain biopotent technology that distills over 200 functional nutrients, guaranteeing the highest bioactive integrity and bioavailability. They also only extract and use the surplus colostrum from grass-fed, pasture-raised, happy cows that are no longer needing it to supply their young. So you know you're not taking away from animals that need it. Only the surplus colostrum is used, and Armra makes sure they are getting only the best from healthy USA cows from family farms. Armra has 3 flavors, orange, watermelon, and unflavored, which is my personal favorite because the unflavored has no natural flavors and just one single ingredient. It tastes creamy and kind of just delicious, in my opinion, just kind of like a milky, creamy goodness. And it's suitable for even those with dairy sensitivities because the casein is removed, which is the protein most people with a dairy allergy react to. And Armra has many dairy sensitive customers. And for those who do not have a true allergy, but rather have a dairy intolerance, the culprit is usually not the dairy itself, but rather the way that it is processed. All commercial dairy utilizes high heat and aggressive processing for pasteurization and sterilization. Unfortunately, this changes the structural shape of the proteins and destroys the omega fat molecules, rendering them unrecognizable to the body as a food. This is what triggers the immune system inappropriately, leading to intolerance symptoms like digestive complaints, rashes, and inflammation. However, Armra's innovative cold chain biopotent technology distills colostrum's 200 plus functional nutrients without the use of high temperatures, guaranteeing the highest bioactive integrity and bioavailability. As a result, Armra is actually anti-inflammatory and often well tolerated by customers who typically would have dairy intolerance otherwise. So, if you want to rebuild your whole body microbiome and strengthen your immune barriers along the mouth, sinuses, lungs, gut, urinary, and reproductive tract to block unwelcome particles for your strongest immune health, I highly recommend Armra Colostrum. Go to tryarmra.com and use code DIGEST to receive a special discount for my podcast listeners only. That's tryarmra.com and use code DIGEST to receive a discount. Again, that's tryarmra.com and use code DIGEST. I hope you love it as much as I do. So beyond making your pee smell, asparagus has many other attributes. Not only is it naturally low in fat and calories, but it also contains almost 3 grams of fiber per cup. And according to a 2020 review, this makes asparagus a good choice if you're trying to lose weight. Because your body digests fiber slowly, it keeps you feeling full in between meals. Fiber can also help us feel satiated after consuming it and promotes weight loss. It can also ease constipation and may even help lower cholesterol. To maximize the veggie's low-calorie content, pair it with a few eggs or grass-fed burger. The combination of fiber-rich asparagus with protein will leave you feeling satisfied. Now, I know the word fiber jumps out for anyone suffering with IBS, as fiber can sometimes cause adverse effects when it comes to digestive issues. But check this out. In an article in the Journal of Current Development in Nutrition, they discuss how a certain prebiotic in asparagus benefits gut health. As most of us should know by now, prebiotics promote a healthy balance of good bacteria because they are the food that helps probiotics thrive and flourish, because prebiotics are the food for the probiotics, aka our good gut bacteria. So they need food too, because remember, bacteria are living organisms and they need food to thrive and flourish in our gut. So having ample amounts of prebiotics, such as the ones found in asparagus, can actually help reduce gas and help you digest your meals better. Asparagus also is a good source of soluble fiber, and soluble fiber is the kind that draws water into your gut and helps soften your stools, making them easier to pass. So in other words, eating more asparagus can help your bowel movements be more regular and prevent constipation. So asparagus is a natural diuretic, meaning it can help flush excess fluid and salt from your body. A 2020 review reports that asparagus is used in traditional medicine to help treat urinary tract infections and other urinary problems. It's possible a diet rich in asparagus could prevent these painful infections from developing, since going to the bathroom more frequently can help move bad bacteria out of the urinary tract. And did you know that there's also purple asparagus? And the purple ones contain a certain pigment which gives fruits and veggies their red, blue, and purple hues. These special pigments also have antioxidant effects that could help your body fight damaging free radicals. Asparagus is also a great source of vitamin E, which is another important antioxidant. And vitamin E helps strengthen your immune system and protects cells from the harmful effects of free radicals. Now, let's talk about reproductive health for a second. Asparagus contains a high level of a certain compound which supports ovarian health, enhances libido post-menopause, and can even fight ovarian cancer cells, according to a clinical review. It's also been found to increase testosterone production, restore erectile dysfunction, and boost libido when taken in supplement form, according to the book Herbal Biochemicals in Healthcare Applications that was published in 2021. Just 4 asparagus spears contains 22% of your daily recommended allowance of folic acid, making asparagus great for pregnancy. Everyone needs folic acid as it helps the body make new cells. However, during pregnancy, getting enough folic acid can prevent major birth defects in the baby's brain or spine. A 2019 review in Frontiers Neuroscience reports that compared to individuals who didn't take folic acid supplements prior to becoming pregnant, those who did take them were less likely to have a premature birth. Teeth sensitivity is the least of your concerns when whitening your teeth. The ingredients in teeth whitening bleach can actually damage the cells of our gums. It can also damage the nerves, blood vessels, and connective tissues of the tooth. Overuse of these chemicals can lead to tooth sensitivity and gum irritation. If whitening products are used incorrectly, the peroxide in the whitening gel can wear away tooth enamel and irritate the dental nerves. Another risk to teeth whitening is a chemical burn resulting in more severe pain and inflammation if the whitening product reaches the gums repeatedly. And there have been reports that whitening strips may even strip tooth enamel, and tooth enamel cannot be, and I quote, grown back or recovered. Tooth enamel is the hardest tissue in the body. Problem is, it's not living tissue, so it can't naturally be regenerated. Once it's gone, it's gone. That's why it's so important to care for your teeth. There's no recovery. Bite toothpaste bits have been in my household since summer of last year, and they also just came out with a teeth whitening kit, which I'm so excited about because I already love their toothpaste. Bite's teeth whitening kit is made without harmful chemicals and is safe for sensitive teeth. It's also cruelty-free, vegan, and lightly flavored with natural peppermint oil. Plus, it comes in a glass jar with a compostable applicator, so there's no alcohol, no propylene glycol, and no parabens or synthetic dyes or flavors. If you want to try this teeth whitening kit or any of Bite's natural toothpaste bits, Bite is offering my listeners 20% off your first order. Just go to trybite.com/digest or use code DIGEST at checkout to claim this deal. Asparagus is also full of vitamin K and, of course, along with other green leafy vegetables. 1 cup of asparagus provides an excellent source of vitamin K, and vitamin K is crucial for bone health and coagulation after a cut. Asparagus can also help brighten your mood. Now, since this veggie is full of folate, which is a B vitamin that could lift your spirits and help ward off irritability, which, of course, if my husband heard that, he would tell me to eat asparagus every single day. But it's a great addition to anyone suffering with depression or mood dysregularity. Now, researchers from a 2020 review in Curious have found a connection between low levels of folate and vitamin B12 in people with depression. Asparagus is unfortunately an overlooked food with a plethora of health benefits. From being a mood booster to helping with weight loss or promoting gut health, this veggie should be a staple in your diet. If you're not sure how to cook or incorporate it into your meals, you can always check out my Instagram at Little Sipper for ideas. But you can literally just eat them raw as an easy on-the-go snack, dip them in ketchup, mustard, or guacamole as a chip replacement, chop them up and add them to stir fries, saute them in olive oil and sea salt as a simple side dish, or a really easy way to sneak them into your diet is you can puree them and then mix them into a guacamole base, and you can't even tell it's there. I hope you all enjoyed this week's very short bite of knowledge episode of the Digest This podcast. And if you did, please leave a 5-star rating and review, which is a free way to support the show, and share it with someone who you think would benefit from this information. I'll see you guys this Wednesday for another fire interview. Thanks for listening to this episode of Digest This. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review in your podcast app to let us know. If you're ever wondering how you can support me and this podcast, sharing it with your friends and family is the best way. This is a Resonant Media production produced by Drake Peterson and edited by Mike Fry. To email the show, message us at digestthispod@gmail.com. See you next time. The content of this show is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not a substitute for individual medical and mental health advice and does not constitute a provider-patient relationship. As always, talk to your doctor or health team first.